Whoops. I shouldn't have cut that. I should have just squished it in the whole piece of foam. And then what that will hopefully do is stop that sanitizer bottle from constantly tipping over every time I take a turn or hit a bump or something like that. So we're gonna help ourselves to another one of these. And we're just gonna smash it in there. All right, folks, it's dealership life. We're just coming up on 12 o'clock on Saturday, 12 in the afternoon. I already sold the Traverse. It was an appointment that was coming in. It was a repeat customer. They have a Traverse lease that's ending that they leased from me 3 years ago. They're replacing it with another one. Now, they need an 8-passenger one, which means the second row seat has to be a bench, not the buckets. That, trailer package, sunroof, premium, package 3LT, that's what they're looking at. There is one in existence in black, one in white, and one in gray. So there are 3 within a 200-mile radius of my location here that I can try to get my hands on. We're going to shoot for the black one, hope for the best, and maybe by Monday or Tuesday we'll get an answer back and we'll know if we can get that vehicle. Hopefully we can. I also have an appointment coming in on this Bolt. This is a 2017. It's got like 49,000 miles on it. It's basically fully charged. Just gonna make sure it's completely topped off so when they get here, it'll be ready to go. Nice little car, LT model. Has the convenience package, which gives you the heated seats, heated steering wheel, and it has the confidence package, which gives you the blind zone alert in the mirrors, and also the rear park sensors here in the back, which is for proximity and also cross traffic. And just on a side note, I finally found the secret sauce on how to always ensure this spot is available to plug into that charger, and it's all about the placement of cones. By placing these 2 cones, one here and one there, nobody ever parks in a spot. It's awesome. This Bolt actually has just over 46,000 miles. I said 49,000 earlier. It is a GM certified vehicle, and I've gone over these folders in the past with you on different vehicles. What I find odd about this one is this vehicle actually needed front and rear brake rotors. Now, I don't expect my Bolt to need brakes, you know, definitely within 46,000 miles. You know, if you drive this car like an electric with either one pedal driving or the regenerative braking paddle, you're not using your friction brakes all that much. So I'm actually somewhat surprised it needed brake rotors. It also needed 4 tires. We did a cabin air filter, and that was basically it. $1,700 worth of work to the vehicle. This was purchased here originally. It was a lease. According to Carfax, they had it for 2 years. 2 years, 10 months, so just under 3 years. You know, that they put 46,000 miles on it, no accidents, nothing like that. And we are selling this vehicle GM certified for $18,997. Right now, this is the only new Bolt that we have. This is a 2020 LT as well. We just swapped it in from another dealership because they needed something from us. And the reason we swapped it in was because we immediately sold out of Chevy Bolts when they came out with this new program this month. So they've had an $8,500 rebate on the Bolt. So you buy one, you're saving $8,500 right off the bat. They just added, if you're a Costco member, which is a very popular store here in northern New Jersey, so a very high percentage of the population are Costco members, you get an additional $3,000. So it's $11,500 off. And then plus, if you live in the state of New Jersey, you qualify for an electric car rebate, which on the Bolt is $5,000. So you're literally saving $16,500 off the price of one of these cars. You're not paying sales tax in New Jersey. You're not using gas. I mean, it's an absolute win-win-win. You know, if there's ever a time that someone in New Jersey was looking or thinking about going with an electric car, especially the Chevrolet Bolt, you know, now is definitely the time. I'm still waiting for my Bolt customer to show up. They haven't showed up yet. We're trying to get in touch with them and just see if they're still actually coming today because they were coming from like the Jersey Shore area. In the meantime, it's one of those awkward positions where do you wait for your appointment or do you take another customer that comes in? I decided to take another customer that comes in, and I must have said it to Sal in the office like 3 times. I wish I started filming sort of the back and forth interactions that have been going on up until this point. Right now, she's test driving a Chevy Equinox, a 2020. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish up with her when she comes back. I'm pretty sure we're gonna write this deal. And once I do all that, I'm gonna reenact sort of the process of how we got to a car deal with you guys to the best of my ability. I'll give it a shot. What an incredible chain of events that just took place here. I was with my Equinox customer. We did actually sell that car. I've been extremely busy. I haven't been able to film at all. But as I'm finishing up with my customer and I'm in the office and I go to come out to go back to my desk, a woman and a gentleman are here and they smiling. Well, I could tell they were smiling even though they had their masks on just by their eyes and all. But they're smiling and they're saying, hey, we're back. You know, it's great to see you, and they're waving. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know who these folks are. So I brought them outside to the car they wanted to look at. I got the key for them. We pulled it out. We started looking at it. I got their license to get them a plate so they can go for a test drive. And I'm looking at the license and I'm realizing, like, I don't know who these folks are. I go back, I put it in the computer, I look, I don't know who these folks are. They're not in a computer. I go back out and in my mind, I'm thinking maybe they watch YouTube, because that happens every now and then, you know, where someone comes in and I really don't know who they are, but they sort of know me already because they watch the channel. I was just completely confused, but I'm kind of playing along with it and getting to that point where I'm gonna have to explain, like, I really don't know who you guys are. But as I put the plate in the car and they went to go on a test drive, I said, listen, park it up front when you get back and, you know, answer any questions you have. And she goes, oh, thanks a lot, Corey. And that's what gave it away. So Corey's our business manager. We're both tall guys. We have similar hair, you know, whatever. We're both wearing masks. Apparently they came in yesterday and they talked to him right as we were closing. And he said, you know, listen, why don't, we're closed up. There's no one here anymore, but why don't you take a ride back tomorrow? Can you come back? And he said, absolutely. So they thought I was Corey. So when they came back from their test drive, Corey came out and we kind of had a little laugh about it, and I explained how for, you know, 5-10 minutes I was trying to figure out how I forgot who they were, but it turns out I never really knew who they were. Anyway, we're working a deal on that right now. That's a used Equinox. It's a 2018. Our used car manager is actually currently just driving their car now to do a trade appraisal, and they're telling me they're not ready to buy this car for maybe like a month or you know, 4 to 5 weeks. So I don't know if we'll be able to write it up today or not. It sounds like we're probably not going to be able to, but they're trying to get everything in line as far as like trade value and payments and money down, all that sort of stuff, just to be prepared for when they're actually ready. We sold 2 cars today. However, we did not sell the Bolt because the appointment never showed up. I'm just gonna unplug that car, since at this point now it is fully charged. Maybe I'll be able to put that deal together on Monday or Tuesday. We'll have to see.
Okay. I'll send.
Okay, thank you
Sorry,
very much.
good
Now,
Let me change this.
So what happened with Angela?
With who?
Angela.
They like everything they see, but they gotta wait till their money comes in. So once they get that,
Money for what?
they're waiting on money. This is part of the 5,000 they're putting down.
Okay, so he's waiting on you. Not like.
No, they're waiting on funds. She said they should have it before the end of the month. I just had to change my delivery from 6:30 to 11:30, so Corey changed it on the board. That's the Equinox I sold earlier today. We're gonna do it for the morning. I have to get pre-delivery inspection done, so we put notes on everybody's desk. Hopefully when they come in 7:30 on Monday, they see that, they'll get it in quick. They'll send it to detail get it done. And by 11:30, the customer shows up, signs everything, is on the road. How many do you sell, Drew?
you had last contact.
All right, folks, that's another day of dealership life. It's 5 o'clock. We're heading out for the weekend. Successful day for me. I sold 2 cars, which is a good thing. The Bolt customer did not show up, so we still have some hope there. Maybe he'll show up Monday or Tuesday. I wasn't able to get in touch with him, so we'll figure that out early in the week. The deal I wanted to kind of go over with you as far as like the back and forth, which I wish I filmed, was a client that came in that was kind of like up in the air as far as what they wanted to do. So I'm gonna explain the situation kind of as best I can without getting too long or too wordy. But you know, they have a couple situations where they need to replace a car. They have one lease that's ending that's going to be a couple months away, and they have another lease that's like a year away, but they're almost over the miles. So you know, it's which car do they get rid of? How do they replace one? Do they buy the lease and keep it? You know, that's the question that they had, you know, really for themselves. My job as a salesperson there, because they stopped into us, was just to kind of guide her and show her what we had that can maybe fill whatever needs. Well, long story short, it turns out they decided to just lease another car. Lease a car that was going to replace something that they had in the household that was a little older and not as reliable. So we looked at an Equinox, we looked at a Trax. Ultimately, they chose the Equinox as the car they wanted. All-wheel drive model, basic, LS, that's all they needed. They needed 15,000 miles a year. So we priced it up for a 39-month or a 36-month, just paying the you know, the normal inception fees up front. We talked about putting a little bit more down, you know, to get the payment where they wanted to be. Long story short, they ended up wanting to put like $4,000 down and going to a shorter term, like a 27-month or a 24-month. And at that point, the customer actually had the idea, before I could even bring it up, like, is it possible to just do what's called a one-pay lease? So that's, you know, where you pay one payment and you're done. You just drive the car for whatever the term is. And ultimately, that's what they decided to do. Now, you save a little bit of money doing that because you're not, the calculation is different with interest and tax and all that good stuff. So, you know, where she would have been paying, you know, money down, let's say 4,000 plus a payment equaling a little over 10 total for the 27-month term, you know, she ended up saving about 800 bucks by doing a one pay where she'll pay the whole thing up front. They got the car for 2 years. They can drive it up to 30,000 miles. You know, what her thought process was, I get a brand new car, I get a full warranty, I get a maintenance visit, I don't have to worry about anything, versus spend, you know, $9,000 or so on a used car, which is going to be 4, 5, 6 years old. Who knows what kind of mileage, you know, that sort of thing, especially an Equinox, because most of our Equinoxes that we have here are, you know, $18,000, $19,000 or more. So they were very happy with the decision. She's going to pick it up on Monday. We had to do a pre-delivery inspection on the car, which we didn't get a chance to do yet, to the service department. So that's the only thing that held us up. Otherwise, she would have took the car today. But yeah. Successful day. I don't know how good or successful this video is going to be, you know, based on the fact that, you know, you pick up the camera and then you work the whole day and you try to fill in the gaps where you can, when you can. But I appreciate you guys watching, and as always, what do I say at the end? As always, I don't even know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.